item 11 of hearing list. This may be taken upon this coming Thursday, my lord, as a fixed item. 19th of March.
Who's for the other side?
The, Mr. Shil Ramzao, senior advocate. It is as per his request also, my lord.
Item 3,
Item 19 of hearing list.
19.
Yes.
19.
Yes, 19, my lord. Part 2, your lordship.
There's no item 19.
So, sorry, your lordship, 11. I'm so sorry. Apologies, my lord. Item 11. My apologies.
All right, we'll just mark it. There
Yes,
are other matters also fixed for Thursday.
Highly obliged, me.
Your Lordship, I have item number 7 and 9 of the hearing list.
Yes.
This may be taken up after 2 weeks, since one of the cases involved in the lower court, and not before you.
Which one? 7?
7.
Okay. List the matter before any other court. And not before this court. Give my name. Huh? Item 9, you write, as paid for
After
by.
2 weeks, yes. This may be listed after 2 weeks. Item 9.
As paid for by Mrs. Dinarati Azul, Learned Counsel for the appellants. Matter stands adjourned to be listed again after 2 weeks.
My lord, may I request, my lord, to take, my lord, item 5 in some priority, my lord. I've come from outside, that is why I'm requesting. Admission, under the heading admission, my lord.
Item 5.
Item 5.
Why? You want to leave today?
If possible, my lord, I would like to leave today.
See, thing is that we take up the order matters first. And Mr. Nair is also there. All right. After orders, it will be the first item.
Lordship, I beg to mention one item, my lord, which was listed on 13th of February. And, just for fixing of date, my lord, if it could be taken up tomorrow, my lord. One writ petition, my lord. Secondly, the date was not recorded. So they have filed their affidavits. We'll have to give a reply. My lord, if it could be taken up only for fixing of the date tomorrow for orders, my lord.
When is it supposed to be listed?
My
Otherwise?
lord, after 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
After 2 weeks.
All right.
My lord. Deep.
My lord, I seek your lordship indulgence in mentioning part 2, item number 12. I pray this matter to be taken up on this coming Thursday if possible. I have already taken the consent of the respondent.
All right. We'll mark it as Thursday. This also.
Much obliged.
Jailer list for orders, item number 6.
Who's the counsel?
Jonah, my lord.
Jonathan.
Jonathan Lord in Pluanga. I heard that he's on his way.
Okay, we'll pass
I'm
it over.
correspondent number 1, my
We'll
lord.
pass it over sometime.
All right.
Item 7.
May I please, your lord?
Yes.
My lord, this is an application, my lord, for vacation of the interim order, my lord. And in fact, my lord, on the last occasion, my lord, on 26 to 2026, my lord, this court has observed that, my lord, since pleadings are complete, my lord, the effort shall be made to dispose of the entire case, my lord. My lord, what has happened, my lord? The lordship, the petitioner's lordship, they have, my lord, challenged, my lord, notice, my lord, the order passed under section 127 of the Income Tax Act, my lord, by transferring the PAN jurisdiction of the petitioner from, my lord, Silchar to Guwahati, my lord. And thereafter, my lord, an order of penalty was passed, my lord. And that was also challenged, my lord. So, my lord, we, by this order dated lordship, order passed on, my lord, lordship 26/8/2025, lordship, this honorable court, while issuing notice, has also stayed the impugned orders, my lord, as well as, my lord, state the proceeding undertaking against the petitioner under the Income Tax Act, my lord. All the proceedings, my lord, that were stayed. So, my lord, since, my lord, the time completion of proceeding, my lord, that is at specific time limit has been prescribed under the Income Tax Act under section 158BB, and that will going to expire on 31st March 2026, my lord. Therefore, we filed this application, my lord, seeking vacation of the interim order, my lord. Lordship, in this case, my lord, kindly see the provisions of, my lord, section 158BB. I have, my lord, quoted in my IA at page 22, Lordship.
Okay, see, Mr. Counsel, before you take me to that,
Lordship.
there's a recording on the last court date that both the matters will be taken up for disposal.
Lordship.
So, if the writ petition is supposed to be disposed, then why we go for IA?
Yes.
Yes, Lord, the writ petition can also be disposed of. Pleadings are otherwise complete, my lord. And the short question, my lord, because they have challenged this proceeding on two scores, my lord. They have stated that, my lord, opportunity of hearing was not provided while transferring the parent jurisdiction from Silchar to Guwahati. And in fact, my lord, in our affidavit, we have categorically stated that, Lordship, they have given their consent, my lord. The email was sent that we have also enclosed in our affidavit. They have already given their consent. And secondly, their order, impugn order of penalty, my lord, that has already been challenged in an appellate proceeding, my lord. That was pending. When the petitioner approached the appellate forum, my lord, and petitioner has again filed his writ petition challenging the same order which is not permissible under the law, Lordship. Lordship may see my affidavit, my lord. We have categorically stated, Lordship.
My lords, before we delve deep into the matter, my lords, it's not that there are parallel proceedings insofar as the impugn order. We cannot under the act appeal against that order. That's why we've come before this court. Second is, my lords, your lordships, the other side, Mr. Chetia is mentioning of a consent I had given for the passing of the impugned order via an email. Now, my lords, I have tried to take instruction from the client. I'm having some difficulty in contacting the client. Just to clarify on that point. But even still, suppose that consent is there. My lords, the order is still, my lords, supporting our case insofar as the challenge to the impugned order. So, my lords, all I'm asking is either your lordships gives us time to, my lords, just take 1 week. Because, my lords, they say that there is some limitation so far as 31st of March under section 158. I'll take just instruction on whether this consent is true or not, my lords. And it can be posted for hearing on 23rd. That day we can, my lords, dispose of the matter. Or, my lords, if your lordships wants to take up the matter today, my lords, we are ready still. That, my lords, I just wanted to put at the preliminary.
Your lordship, my difficulty is, my lord, because it's a time-barred proceeding, lordship.
But you said 31st of March, isn't it?
Yes, yes. In fact, my lord, we have been given...
So let them have the instructions. And if you can argue this matter physically, it would have been good, actually.
Lordship,
Can you come down?
Lordship, this week I have some difficulty. On 23rd also I have some other matters which was some other benches, Lordship. So, in any case, Lordship...
Any convenient date before 31st? If you can come down and argue.
Lordship, may I pray, my lord? Lordship may permit us to proceed against the petitioner, my lord, but no final order shall be passed without leave of the court. That is sufficient, my lord, at this stage, my lord. At least department may proceed, my lord.
My lords, we have objection. We are ready, my lords. Any date proposed
Because
or your lordships
lordship
wants
may
to take-
see the orders which I, my lord, I am seeking modification, my lord. Because it says the, my lord, entire proceedings, my lord, all the proceedings. So it is not only restricted to the, my lord, impugn orders, my lord. Because while court has issued the notice, court has said, my lord, the proceedings undertaking against the petitioner under the Income Tax Act 1961 shall remain suspended. So, my lord, all the proceeding under Income Tax Act, my lord. So, to that extent, my lord, may I pray, my lord, let the department proceed, my lord. And before passing any order, your lordship may decide on 23rd or 26th.
The other side is objecting to that. This is the problem. So, we fix it up on a convenient date for final argument. Let the IA remain like that and you take up the main case and we close it up because you say that it's time bound.
My lord. Can it be on Friday, my lord, this Friday?
Friday not possible. Friday will have some difficulty. Place your
Thursday-
arguments on Monday. If you can appear
Monday, my
physically
lords.
good, if not, virtually, it's up to you.
Lordship, can it be on, my lord, 19th, my lord, this Thursday?
19th. My lords, we have already put a leave note from last week because I am before the principal bench, my lords.
So let it be on 23rd, Lordship.
23rd. my lords.
23rd, okay. As agreed to by the parties, let the matter be listed on 23rd March 2026 for admission hearing. Mr. Jordan Romhingthanga, learned counsel for the petitioner, shall obtain necessary instructions by that date, so that an endeavor can be made to finally consider and dispose of the case on the next date fixed.
Extremely grateful, my lords.
Right.
I'm okay.
Item 8.
May it please your lordship,
Yes.
your lordship, appearing on behalf of my senior S. Vanla Sheta, he is unable to attend today due to unforeseen circumstances, so that this matter may be taken up after 1 week, which is 30th of March. And I've already taken the consent of the other party.
1 week, 30th of March. I think it's more than 1 week.
After 1 week, yeah.
You want on 30th of March?
Yes, your lordship.
Okay. As prayed for on behalf of the... Who's the counsel?
S. Vanla Sheta.
He's for whom? Which party? Petitioner.
Yes, your lordship.
Miss Linda, what do you say?
I have been informed last night.
Okay, as prayed for on behalf of Mr. S. Vanalshieta, learned counsel for the petitioner, list the matter on 30th of March 2026.
Duly obliged.
Just a minute, one more. What else is required? Mrs. Linda, court had called for some records. Trial court record. You have it?
TCR.
What is that? TCR?
No, my lord.
What is that?
My lord, this is my file, my case. My lord. I believe the TCR has not arrived there.
Then you write one more line. Scanned copy of the TCR with requisition from the trial court. For consideration of the court, for perusal of the court on the next date fixed. Yes.
Item 9.
May it please your lordship?
Yes.
Your lordship, we had preferred a first appeal against the judgment and decree passed by the learned civil judge senior division, where our probate application was dismissed. And thereafter this honorable court had admitted our appeal on 24th of June. But your lordship, in the meantime, what happened? The respondent had withdrawn an amount of rupees 10 lakh from one of the accounts, which was a part of the estate of the deceased. So we had filed an application restraining to injunction to not to create any third party interest. And along with that, your lordship, we had IA number 165. So your lordship, on 15/9/2025, this honorable court had granted us an injunction whereby it stated order dated 15/9/2025. Page number 5 of the order. It stated the status quo is to be maintained regarding the properties, and the matter was sent for mediation. But your lordship, the mediation did not work out, unfortunately. Thereafter, your lordship, the matter was again listed on 14th of November, whereby 2 weeks time was granted to file an objection.
Yes.
Your lordship, but what has happened, lordship, in the meantime, again some incident has happened where we are apprehending that the respondent might sell off or trying to create some third party interest. But your lordship, our humble prayer is that a date may be fixed for hearing of this IA, and in the meantime the status quo which was passed on 15th of November, that might be continued till disposal of the IA, your lordship.
You are for the applicant as well as the appellant.
Yes, your lordship.
Mr. Bill Ramego, what is
My
it?
lord, yes, my prayer is to seek for further 2 weeks' time to file the objection in this IA 165 of 2025.
All right.
This is for injunction or injunction application. This is injunction application. Another IA is there, my lord. IA 84 of 2025 for producing additional evidence as per order 41 rule 27 CPC.
Any
so
order
this
passed?
also I may reply, my lord.
Any order has been passed in the other IA?
Not yet, Your Lordship.
No.
Because it was
No,
at
Your
the
Lord.
initial stage, it was sent for mediation. So I am seeking for time to file objection in 2 IAs, my lord.
No, there's an order already, issue notice and all that, so,
Yes, regarding objection, my lord. I think it is not there.
all right.
Yep.
And if status quo is maintained in the meantime, I have no problem with that.
All right. All right, Mr. Your good name?
G.R. Datta.
G.R. Datta, Learned Counsel through RVC. And Mr. Bila Ramega, Learned Counsel for the respondents.
Yes, my lord.
So this IA has been filed by the applicant stroke appellant seeking injunction. And oblique or status quo regarding the estate of the deceased. The learned counsel for the applicant submits that although the matter was referred for mediation, but the mediation has failed, and therefore the instant application may be considered on a convenient date. So Mr. Bilal Ramenga, learned counsel for the respondents, submits that he may be granted 2 weeks' time to file objection to the IA. In view of above, and as prayed for, list the matter. You want a fixed date?
Yes, Your Lordship, that will be.
2 weeks would be when? 1, 2, 6, 7, 7th?
7th.
List on 7th April.
And my lord, regarding okay.
Just a minute. The IA,
IA 84.
84,
Yep.
you write? On the
Yes.
prayer of Mr. Bilal Ramenga. No, before that you write, heard Mr.
G.R. Datta.
G.R. Datta, learned counsel for the applicant, who submits that by filing this application, the applicant seeks for production of additional evidence in connection with the connected regular first appeal. So Mr. Bilal Ramega, learned counsel appearing for the respondents, submits that he may be given 2 weeks' time to file objection to the IA. In view of above, and as prayed for, list again on 7th of April.
So obliged.
Deeply obliged, Your Lordship.
For admission, item 5.
Yes.
But this matter under the Income Tax Act. But the issue is that
Who's for the opposite party?
Mr. Suman Chetia appears. He was appearing online.
What if I am appearing, madam?
Go ahead. Yes.
So, my lord, the issue is that the petitioner is a lady based in the state of Mizoram, and she qualifies under section 10, subsection 26 of the Income Tax Act for exemption from Income Tax Act. But the condition is that apart from being the resident of the state of Mizoram, of the tribe which is in the scheduled tribe, the income also must accrue and arise in India. In the state of Mizoram itself. So, with that, my lord, the proceeding was initiated for assessment of the lady concerned, the petitioner, whereas the basis was that she has deposited huge amount of cash in her bank account. My lord, she duly explained it by submitting the balance sheet and profit and loss account, her GST returns, and all other documents with respect to her status of being eligible for the said exemption. Now, with respect to her eligibility or the status of being exempt, my lord, it has not been disputed by the income tax authorities. It is only with respect to her income accruing or arising in the state of Mizoram, without doing any investigation, without there is any evidence to the contrary, the evidence which the lady concerned has filed in the course of assessment, a conclusion has been reached that all income accrues or arise outside the state of Mizoram. Now, my lord, she has a departmental store over here in the state of Mizoram, in the the town in which she is operating from, she buys the various FMCG products, including tobacco products. So all her purchases are from multinationals like Adani Wilmar, like Gujarat Multi Cooperative Society, ITC Limited, and all deliveries are done through proper invoices and which are duly available with the department itself, since they are all online, my lord. Now the system under the GST is that any purchases which are made and which travels from one part of the country to another, it has to be accompanied by e-way bill. And that e-way bill, my lord, automatically as soon as the concerned party, for example ITC or Adani Wilmar, they dispatch the good, the information is automatically available with the government. And all the dispatch details. Now, my lord, one important point is that is e-way bill has been integrated with the RFID. RFID, my lord, is a device which is attached with a vehicle, and my lord, it can be very easily ascertained whether the delivery has taken place in the state of Mizoram from where she is operating, or she claims that from where she is operating. Now, discarding all the evidences which my lord, she has placed on record, without my lord, conducting any investigation, whether at all her claim of conducting the business which she claimed that she is doing, they have come to the conclusion merely on surmises and conjectures and on assumption that all her income has accrued or arose outside the state of Mizoram. Now, my lord, here I wish to point out that my lord, there is a test of probability, my lord, which human probability, which also is a my lord, established parameter to determine a fact, whether the fact exists or not, my lord. This is a test developed by the Honorable Supreme Court. And my lord, she has been depositing her cash in the bank account from where she operates, or where her my lord, the business premises is. And all her purchases are delivered at that particular premises. Now, there must be some evidence that she has taken out all the goods she has purchased, she has taken it outside the state of Mizoram, or sold it outside the Mizoram in cash. So, entire cash which she has deposited has accrued from outside the state. In any case, my lord, in today's age and time, where one can deposit cash anywhere in the country, suppose I am operating a bank account in the Mizoram, in a particular place I am having a branch. Suppose my income has arose outside the state of Mizoram, say in Guwahati. I can deposit that case in the Guwahati branch itself. So the fact that she has been depositing her case regularly in the bank account which is maintained at her place of business in the state of Mizoram, so there is no valid reason to come to a conclusion that her business is outside the state. I have placed on record a chartered accountant certificate also that entire income has accrued or arose in the state of Mizoram. Apart from that, my lord, there is an issue of the burden of proof. So once the initial burden of proof is discharged by the SSC, the burden shifts to the department to find out and to ascertain and to do investigation to unearth the fact whether what I am stating is correct or incorrect. They cannot just come to a conclusion on the basis of assumption or presumption. But I will be placing judgments, my lord, a bit later on. And my lord, another point in this particular matter is that entire, my lord, the gross receipt, my lord, whatever was credited to my bank account has been entirely assumed to be in my income, whereas, my lord, the Honorable Supreme Court has said time and again that under the Income Tax Act, what can be charged to tax is only the profit element. So it was necessary for the officer concerned. I submitted my entire bank statement also. There are withdrawal also, and all payments are made to all these multinationals. So the assessing officer should have conducted a thorough investigation, and thereafter, my lord, arrived at the profit from the, my lord, the receipt. It is not that the entire receipt can be presumed to be the income, and entire receipt can be charged to, can be presumed to be the profit and the income tax at almost 100%. In this particular case, the gross receipts are 29 crore, and now I am saddled with a liability of income tax itself of 28 crore. Further, there is a demand of 100% of penalty and interest. Another point is, my lord, that section 69 capital A, there are, my lord, two conditions to be satisfied. One is that the money or the jewelry must be found to be in possession of the concerned person, and secondly, it must not be recorded in the books of accounts. Now, in my case, I have submitted the profit and loss account and balance sheet. The officer concerned is saying that my books of accounts are not audited. Now, if an SSC is exempt from the Income Tax Act, then there is no need to have the audit done from a chartered accountant. All that I need to do is to maintain my books of accounts. And I have duly maintained my books of accounts. Otherwise, my lord, I could not have furnished the profit and loss account and balance sheet. But if I just, my lord, explain the process of preparation of profit and loss account and balance sheet, my lord, it is all maintained in the Tally software. My lord, first is journal entry, my lord.
See, one thing, how many parties are there here in this case?
How many?
Who are the parties? You are the petitioner.
Only one petitioner, my lord.
And regarding the respondents?
Regarding the respondent, my lord, it is the main respondent is, my lord, the income tax officer.
Mr.
concerned.
Chetia is for respondent number?
Lordship, I am for respondent number, my lord, 2, Lordship, 5.
2, 3,
4 and
4
5.
and 5. They are the main respondents, my lord.
2, 3, 4 and 5.
Yes, my lord.
Then what about 1?
One is Union of India, my lord.
You're for 1. You have filed an affidavit?
My lord, the Union of, my lord, the Income Tax Department is the, my lord, the department which, my lord, is responsible, or, my lord, they have done the assessment. So they are the main answering respondent. They have filed their opposition. We have also filed our counter reply to that opposition.
But you have made Union of India a party also?
I have made, my
Ministry
lord,
of Finance.
just for the, my lord, because, my lord, the Union of India, ultimately, all the departments falls within the control of the Union of India.
Are you saying that they are just a pro forma respondent?
Pro forma respondent, my lord. They are not the effective respondent.
And number 6 also same
Number 6, my lord, the only reason I added them as a respondent, that they can also, my lord, go and verify, my lord. If your lordship feels it, deems it appropriate, that whether at all her claim of being doing her business operation within the state of Mizoram, because all the trade licenses and other licenses are granted by the state of Mizoram. And those, my lord, documents I have placed on record. So only to confirm whether those documents are correct or not. But, my lord, that situation, my lord, in my respect to submission will not arise, my lord. My lord, because, my lord, whatever I have placed
Yes. What are your instructions otherwise? They have no comments.
Lordship, for the department, my lord, we are saying that, my lord, so far as income accrued from within the state of Mizoram is concerned, my lord, that is not established. And, my lord, petitioner has categorically submitted, my lord, while filing their affidavit in reply, that she is not liable to maintain such accounts, my lord. That was categorically.
No, my lord. I have maintained my books of accounts, my lord.
She
It
is not liable to?
My lord, she is liable to maintain the books of accounts as well, my lord. She is liable to audit the accounts, my lord. Under
My lord,
section-
with respect to audit, I am not liable to audit. That is my submission. With respect to books of accounts, my lord, it is there in their own assessment order that I have submitted the profit and loss account and balance sheet. And as I was submitting, I cannot prepare profit and balance sheet in the thin air, my lord. I have to prepare a books of accounts, journal entry, ledger, trial balance. Now the difficulty is, my lord, that the assessment was a faceless assessment. Faceless means I cannot see the officer. The officer is sitting in a distinct location, most probably in the Bangalore, and I cannot, my lord, furnish all my books of accounts online. And secondly, my lord, the 264 order, which is under the challenge, my lord, in this particular case, my lord, that, my lord, happened in the, my lord, Shillong. the officer concerned was Commissioner of Income Tax was sitting in the Shillong, my lord. And I had more than 12,000 sales invoices, more than 1,000 purchase invoices, and all these profit and loss, my lord, the books of accounts, which I could not have traveled, my lord, to Shillong to carry all these books of accounts. So I am submitting, my lord, that they can come to my place, they can examine my books of accounts, it is all, my lord, all my records, they can, and they have a power under 133B to come to my premises and examine all the evidences on record. I am not running away from furnishing the evidences. The only difficulty is that everything is happening at such a distance that I am not in a position to furnish my, my lord, books of accounts online. And all my, they are saying that you have not furnished your purchase and sale invoices. Now this more than 12,000, they are into the retail trading, mostly. So on a daily basis, they are issuing cash memos. And and all the details are furnished in the GST return, my lord. So they have all the data. The department has all the data of the number of invoices which I have issued, the number of invoices which I have received. They can verify it online, and moreover, they can come to my premises and verify everything physically. But it is very, my lord, next to impossible for a lady to travel to Shillong to carry her books of accounts to Shillong and, my lord, and to show it to the commissioner, my lord. So, my lord, section 69A under which I am assessed, my lord, it has no application. In the assessment order itself, if your lordship sees the assessment order, my lord.
Where is that?
Kindly see the assessment order, my lord, page 307.
Annexure T.
Yes, my lord, 307. My lord, I am just reading out reason for selection of the case. The SSC is an individual and has filed original return of income on so and so, declaring total income of 0. The SSC's case was selected under cash for complete scrutiny for following: large cash deposit in bank, turnover shown in ITR is substantially lower than turnover shown in GSTR 9C. And this I will explain, my lord. Claim of large exempt income. So this is the only reason, my lord. Now, my lord, kindly come to, my lord, page 311. Notices under 142(1) of the Act, as mentioned above, were issued to the SSC to furnish the information related to his case. In response to notice under 142(1) of the Act, SSC had furnished certain details on various days which had already been elaborated at para. In response to notices issued under 141, SSC has furnished tax exemption certificate, copy of ID proof, details of business place, copy of 3 bank account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. This profit and loss account and balance sheet I cannot, my lord, furnish without having any books of accounts. And form number 26 AS. Summary of information and evidence collected which is proposed to be used against return of income, reply of the SSC. So what is used against me is nothing. My return and my reply is used against me to come to the conclusion that it is not enough. So they have not collected any information or evidence whatsoever, my lord. Now, my lord, kindly go to paragraph 2.4.1. As discussed in the preceding paragraph, during the year under consideration, SSC had claimed exemption under so and so at rupees so and so. Cash deposited in bank account and turnover is so and so. Thereafter, the case of the SSC for assessment year 22-23 was selected under scrutiny through cash in order to verify the exemption claimed under 10-26. Cash deposited in bank account and turnover shown in ITR is lower in comparison to turnover shown in GSTR 9C written by SSC during the year. Notices under 142(1) as mentioned above were issued to the SSC to furnish the information related to her case. In response to notice, but I am not reading this out, my lord, kindly come to the concluding paragraph, page 313, my lord. 313. My lord, paragraph 4.4, last paragraph. The reply furnished by SSC had been perused carefully. but found untenable and bereft of any merit. As per reply of the SSC, she was engaged in retail and wholesale distribution business of FMCG products in the name of style of LJ Traders, and part of cash deposits in bank accounts were out of her aforesaid business. With regard to such contention of the SSC, it is pertinent to mention here that total credit entry aggregate to rupees 29 crore, which also includes cash deposit of 23 crore. Despite such huge value of financial transaction, the SSC failed to maintain the books of account, which is mandatory as envisaged under 44A of the Act. But this is completely wrong that I have not maintained books of accounts. They have acknowledged that I have furnished profit and loss account. I have not got it audited, and I will show a judgment of Punjab and Haryana High Court that an SSC who is exempt under section 10 is not required to get itself audited. The SSC claimed in a reply that during the years he was engaged in retail and wholesale distribution business of FMCG products, and entire income was accrued and arose in the state of Mizoram, and claimed exemption under 1026 of the Act. Such contention of the SSC is not tenable due to lack of credible evidences. The SSC in support of such claim failed to furnish documentary evidence of purchase and sale of FMCG products. But as I have explained, my lord, more than 12,000 invoices, which were sales invoices, more than 1,000 purchase invoices, they could not have, my lord, been submitted in a faceless assessment. And also the 264 order, my lord, which I will show later on, that also happened in the state, my lord, in the Shillong, my lord. In the respect of purchase, name and address of parties from whom SSC made purchase, my lord, this name and address of parties, everything is available on the GSTN portal, my lord. All details are available, my lord. Copy of bills, invoices in respect of purchase and sale of FMCG product. Likewise, SSC also failed to provide the details of parties, their ledger account, and cross confirmation to whom sales have been made. Therefore, in the absence of aforesaid details and evidences, the claim of exemption under 1026 of the Act and income earned thereon and deposit of cash in bank account remain unverified. The SSC should have to furnish the aforesaid basic documentary requirement under Income Tax Act to substantiate the claim of exemption under 1026 of the Act, and according the claim is hereby rejected. As your lordship can see, they have not, my lord, produced any, my lord, iota of an evidence while coming to the conclusion. All that they are saying that I am not furnished my purchase and sale, my lord, in the invoices, and that is why my claim is suspicious, my lord. Then, my lord, kindly come to order under section 264, my lord. But this assessment order was challenged my lord, under section 264, and that order is on page 342, my lord. In this case, the SSC had filed return of income on 26/7/22, showing income at nil. The case was selected for complete scrutiny under cash, and notice under section 143(2) and 1 was issued on 2/6/23 and 12/10/23. Notice under 142(1) was issued again on so and so. The so-called notice was issued on so and so. In response to final so-called notice dated so and so, SOC responded on so and so. It was found from bank statement that total credit entries 3 bank account including cash deposit was 29 crore, whereas as per total return, total sales was 0. The SSC was asked to so-called why the same should not be treated as unexplained income. Even though the income was exempt under 1026 of the Act, the SSC was required to maintain books of account as per provision of the Income Tax Act. In response to the revision petition of the SSC under 264 of the Act before the Principal Commissioner, Shillong, notice was issued on 12/9/24, fixing hearing on 27/9/24 at 11:30 a.m. The SSC replied that in her application for revision, she had stated that she is a resident of Lunglei, Mizoram, and that she does not have knowledge of taxation law, and moreover, there is no professional practitioner to help her, and would like to stick to the submission made in a revision application, which is instead of exempt income of 28,95,625, she had wrongly claimed exemption of 289,56,255 in a return of income. She also stated that her sister, so-and-so, is also having a firm in the name of Messrs. LZ Agency, and they both use the same bank account for depositing cash collected from their sale. As per her reply, cash deposit reported by bank is 3309 7.8 lakhs, which is more than her sales reported as per GST. To substantiate her claim, SSC has attached copy of tax exemption and travel certificate, details and place of business, copy of bank statement for the relevant period, and copy of her identity proof, among other details. The SSC also claimed that during the years he was engaged in the retail and wholesale business of FMCG products, and her entire income accrued and arose in the state of Mizoram, and claimed exemption under 1026 of the Act. The SSC, however, failed to furnish documentary evidence for purchase and sale of FMCG products, name and address of parties from whom SSCs made purchases, copy of bills, invoices in respect of purchase and sale of FMCG product in support of the claim that her income accrued and arose in Mizoram. SSC also failed to provide the details of parties, their ledger account, and cross confirmation to whom sales have been made. But here I am again just repeating that all the details of the parties are available on the GSTN portal, my lord. Since everything is documented, I cannot, my lord, hide anything from the department, my lord, in the current time, my lord. So despite having huge value of financial transaction, the SEC failed to maintain books of accounts, but this is a wrong claim, my lord, and also failed to get books of accounts audited as per prescribed under section 44AB of the Act. The SEC, despite having been given an opportunity, had not provided documentary evidence of the cash deposit amounting to rupees so and so. SEC also provide the details of parties, the ledger account, and cross confirmation. Now, I will kindly come to a chartered accountant certificate, which I have enclosed with my, my lord, this petition. Kindly come to page 388, my lord. We have verified the records of Messrs. LJ Traders, so and so, addressed at Target Bazaar, Lunglei, Chanmari, Lunglei, Mizoram, and certify that the following: that the above stated business of Messrs. LJ Trader is a sole proprietorship business owned by so and so, that the proprietor of business Messrs. So and so is a local Mizo girl who belongs to Mizo community, which is recognized as a scheduled tribe as defined in Article 366 of the Constitution of India, that she is not required to pay income tax by virtue of 1026 of the Indian Income Tax Act 61. Notification number so and so dated so and so issued by the Government of Assam and Northeastern Reorganization, adoption of laws on union subject order insofar as income within Mizoram is concerned from the above stated business. That LJ Trader is registered under GST law wide registration number so and so with their principal place of business at the above stated address only. That the above business has been in existence for last 15 years and was also registered under the Mizoram Value Added Tax Act and Central Sales Tax Act wide registration number so and so. That the business activities of the above concerns are trading into FMCG products, dairy products, tobacco products, edible and food items, etc. of the reputed brands of India. That the business turnover derived from the above stated business during the period 1/4/21 to 31/3/22 and reported under GST and income tax was 16 crore 58 so and so, plus taxes thereon as per the GST return filed on CGST 1 crore 11 lakh 67, SGST 1 crore 11 lakh 67, and cess 5 crore 73. Thus the total sale received including of taxes was 24 crore 54 lakh 93,163. That the main bank account of the aforesaid business was lying with the Mizoram Rural Bank Lunglei branch, white CC account number so and so, wherein the above business turnover was deposited along with the turnover of one LJ agency also dealing in similar products and business is owned by proprietor's sister so and so, who is a separate GST number for her business but maintained a common bank account for both businesses. That the turnover of Messrs. LJ agency for the period 21-22 as per the GST return was so and so, plus taxes thereon as per the GST return filed was IGST 287, CGST 6534, SGST 6534 and cess 93,111. Thus the total received inclusive of taxes was 12 crore 88 lakh 39,561. That the total turnover of both the business stated above Messrs. LJ Trader and so can be tabulated here under. Now, my lord, kindly come to my certificates, kindly refer to page 68.
Yes.
This is the Office of Deputy Commissioner, Lunglei District, tax exemption certificate, certified that so-and-so belongs to Mizo community, which is recognized as scheduled tribe as defined in Article 366 of the Indian Constitution. See, so-and-so is not required to pay income tax by virtue of Section 1026 of the Indian Income Tax Act, notification number so-and-so, issued by Government of Assam and Northeastern Reorganization, adaptation of laws on union subjects, Order 1974, in so far as his her income within Mizoram is concerned. Now, let kindly refer to page 69 with respect to her scheduled tribe certificate. Then 70 is her birth certificate. Then, kindly also refer to sample purchase invoices, page 349.
What is this? 349?
349 is my purchase invoice, my lord. From Adani Wilmar Limited. It is clearly stated where the goods have been delivered. Shipped to party in Lunglei. Then, my lord, several such invoices. Then can you come to 354?
What is the kind of goods that you deal with?
My lord, the FMCG products.
What is that?
Various the household products like oil, soaps, detergents, and everything which is a day-to-day household items. Then tobacco products and also the dairy products. Any general store, whatever items are maintained, various. But then kindly refer to page 355. This is the e-way bill, my lord. And this is generated from the portal of the Government of India. So what they are claiming that you have not provided me the details of the name and address of the seller and all the admin, it is all available with them. They could have easily verified, looked into their own portal and verified all these details, my lord. Then, my lord, kindly see page 356 are, my lord, the sample invoices from ITC Limited. (363), my lord, is the consignment note for delivery to Lunglei, my lord. Then 364 is again, my lord, e-way bill. So everything is documented, my lord. Then, my lord, kindly refer to page, my lord, 370. This is a audit conducted by a chartered accountant under the GST Act. Under the Income Tax Act, I am not required to be audited. But under the GST Act, I was required to be audited at that point of time, and it has been audited. So GSTR 9C is a, my lord, audit certificate. All the details of the purchase and sale are there, my lord, up to page 378. Then, my lord, 379, my lord, is the annual return.
370 to 378, these are the audit statements.
My lord, this is the, my lord, yes, my lord, of the GST, under GST Act. GSTR 9C, my lord. And 379 is the annual return. 379, GSTR 9. Then, my lord, kindly go to page 413, my lord. This is, my lord, my page 412 is my 26 years for the financial year 18-19. And if your lordship sees on page 413, under this, my lord, heading Part E, details of SFT transaction. Part E. But there is a cash deposit of the amount of 27 crore 27 lakh 55,122. Then my lord, kindly go to page 417. Again, my lord, under E, kindly see there is a cash deposit of 29 crore 61 52 496. This is for 1920. Then, my lord, kindly go to page 422. Again under reading, this is for 2021, my lord. There is a cash deposit of 39 crore 4 lakh. Then, my lord, kindly go to page 431, my lord. Is my assessment under section 143(1), my lord. I have been also granted a refund for 2021. So all the time saying that all years I have been having the similar amount of cash deposit. So there was nothing new. So there was nothing new, and they have been themselves granting the finalizing my assessment and granting me refund also. Kindly see page 437, my lord. Refund amount of 1,03,103 was granted to me for just the previous assessment here, 21-22. And my lord, kindly go to page 185, my lord. (185) is my profit and loss account and balance sheet, which was furnished before the assessing officer, my lord. Lord, how do I derive these figures without maintaining books of accounts? My lord, the Tally software which I am using, they will not allow me to proceed, my lord, straight away, my lord, take out this profit and loss account balance sheet. First, I have to maintain the books of accounts. Only then this profit and loss account and balance sheet can be generated. Then, my lord, kindly go to page 306. Page 199 onwards. 199 onwards is my bank statement which I have furnished. So, as your lordship can see, on a daily basis there is a cash deposit and there is a deposit by payment also, and there are payments to, I mean there is a debit entry also, which means I have paid it to the vendors. So, it is not that the cash is accumulating in my bank account. And 306 is the last day, the 31st March, the statement on 31st March. I just want to point out, my lord, that my balance as on that date was 9,42,211, my lord. Kindly just note down this particular, this is very important for my next submission, my lord. 306, my balance lying in my bank statement was 9,42,211. 942,211, my lord.
Yes.
Now, my lord, kindly refer to, no, my lord, before that, I'll just want to show that my assessment has been done under section 69A. So, well, kindly go to page 316, my lord. 316.
Just a minute. 316.
Yes, my lord. Kindly go to the third paragraph from the top. Third paragraph from the top. 316. Therefore, the addition of rupees 29 lakh 85,052 is being made under section 69 capital A of the Income Tax Act 61, and tax on the income shall be computed as per the provision of section 115 BBE of the Income Tax Act 1961. It is a fit case for initiating penalty proceeding under section 271 AAC, as the income of the SAC includes income under section 69A of the Act. Therefore, penalty proceeding under section 271 AAC of the Income Tax Act is being initiated separately, my lord. Now, my lord, kindly go to kindly have a look at section 69A.
Yes. Unexplained money.
Unexplained money. Where in any financial year, the SAC is found to be the owner of any money. Lord, kindly note down, it refers to the term money. Owner of money. So I must be in possession. Lord, I have just shown, my lord, that I was, my lord, on 31st March, the balance which was there was only 9,42,000. And whether that the money lying in the bank can be considered to be money, I will place a Supreme Court judgment for my submission that the money lying in bank statement cannot be referred to as money. It has to be having the nature of cash lying in my my business premises or my residential premises, which is unaccounted. And what was the objective of bringing section 69A into force? There is a Supreme Court judgment for that. But before that, I'll just read out the provision where the SAC is found to be the owner of any money, bullion, jewelry or other valuable article, and such money, bullion, jewelry or other valuable article is not recorded in the books of accounts. So this two condition must be satisfied. I must be the owner of money, bullion, jewelry or other valuable article, and such money, bullion, jewelry or other valuable article is not recorded in the books of accounts, if any, maintained by him for any source of income. Here I have maintained my books of accounts, my lord. So this limb is also not satisfied. And the SEC offers no explanation about the nature and source of acquisition of the money, bullion, jewelry or other valuable article, or the explanation offered by him is not, in the opinion of the officer, satisfactory. But here I have offered the explanation and the officer has arbitrarily rejected my explanation. The money and the value of the bullion, jewelry or other value may be deemed to be the income of the SAC for such financial year. Now, my lord, kindly allow me to place some judgments, my lord. But kindly go to, my lord, volume 2, my lord. There are two volumes which are, my lord, furnished. Volume 2.
Yes.
But the judgment starts at page 188. This is a Supreme Court judgment, my lord. D.N. Singh versus Commissioner of Income Tax. It explains, my lord, the scope and objective of section 69A.
Yes.
My lord, kindly go to page 198. My lord, paragraph 23 says section 69A deals with unexplained investment. Then paragraph 24 says section 69A came to be inserted by Finance Act 64. It reads as follows. I have already read out, so I am skipping this. Then, my lord, kindly go to paragraph 26. Section 69 and 69 capital A, apart from being close neighbors, do bear resemblance with one another. Section 69 deal with one unexplained investment. Section 69A deals with unexplained money, bullion, jewelry or other valuable articles. Section 69A was inserted by amending Act 64 and came into effect with effect from 1/4/64. Both sections required that the subject matter of the provision, that is investment in the case of 69 and money, bullion, jewelry or other valuable article in the case of 69 are not recorded in the books of accounts. So 69A deals with the investment. So my humble submission would be, my lord, that money lying in bank or, my lord, in any other form of investment, it is having the character of investment. So it will not cover under 69A. That is the case where the books of accounts are maintained. In a case of investment under 69, necessarily the lawgiver contemplates the assessing offer finding that the SSE had made the investment. In case of section 69A, the SSE must be found to be the owner of the money, bullion, jewelry or other valuable article. In both the cases, if the SSE is able to offer an explanation for the nature and the source of investment and the money, bullion, jewelry or other valuable articles respectively, and it is not found satisfactory, there can be no deemed income under either section. Now, my lord, paragraph 27 says, turning more to section 69A, it may be broken down into the following essential part. The SSE must be found to be the owner. He must be the owner of any money, bullion, jewelry or other valuable articles. The said article must not be recorded in the books of accounts if any maintained. The SSE is unable to offer an explanation regarding the nature and source of acquiring the articles in question, or the explanation which is offered is found to be in opinion of officer not satisfactory. If the aforesaid conditions are satisfied, then the value of bullion, jewelry or other valuable article may be deemed as the income of the financial year in which the SSE is found to be the owner. So I must be found to be the owner of all these, my lord, items. In the case of money, the money can be deemed to be the income of the financial year. Now, my lord, kindly go to page, one second. One second, kindly just give me a moment.
Mr. Counsel.
Well, kindly refer to paragraph 63, my lord. Paragraph 63.
Same judgment.
Page 213. Same judgment, my lord. This code may approach the issue from another angle. Section 69A was inserted in 64 to get an income which was sought to be screened from tax by purchasing valuable articles such as bullion and gold and jewelry, besides keeping it in the form of money also. The object of such SSE would also be achieved by becoming the owners of other valuable articles. In this case, is it a case that the appellant was attempting to conceal taxable income by illegally possessing the bitumen? Proceeding further and assuming again that the SSE possessed the bitumen albeit illegally and proceeded to dispose of the same, the rationale of revenue involves ownership of bitumen being ascribed to appellant based on possession of bitumen contrary to contract of carriage and with the intention to misappropriate the same, which further involves the sale of bitumen. But this code proceeds on the basis that such sale took place. What is however important is the requirement in section 69A that the assessing officer must find that the SSE is the owner of the bitumen. Now, kindly go to paragraph 64. I am not reading here, it is not relevant. 64, it is a case of the appellant that applying the principle of eudem generis, the bitumen would be stamped out as a strange bedfellow in the company of its immediate precedent was money, bullion and jewelry. In other words, it is a case of the appellant that bitumen is a clear misfit and it could not have been legislative intention to treat bitumen as other valuable article. Our attention is also drawn to circular number 20D, which was inserted by the CBDT adverted to. But kindly go to paragraph 48. But 48 is the reference to the circular, page 204, madam. Paragraph 48. Shall I read out, madam?
Yes.
In this regard, the following are the contents of the circular issued by the board dated so and so. The circular number so and so, it reads as follows. This provision is complementary to the provision in section 69 which enables the assessment of the value of investment which have not been recorded in the books of accounts of the SSC and the source of which has not been explained by him satisfactorily. It has to be carefully noted that the considerations resident to application of provision of 69A are that money, bullion, jewelry or other valuable card in question are not recorded in the books of account maintained by the SSC concerned for any source of income, and the SSC either offers no explanation into the nature and source of acquisition thereof or the explanation offered by him is not satisfactory. Now, madam, kindly go to paragraph 88. This is very important. In this connection, the following statement made by the Ministry of Finance in Lok Sabha on 18th April 64 in reply to some criticism that the provision of this section might result in hardship to person whose ornaments or jewelry were given to them by their forefathers have to be borne in mind. Oftentimes, people convert their black money into gold. They make gold jewelry or gold vessels and then say it is heirloom. This is a common way of bringing unaccounted money into something which is reputable and can be in cash. Anyway, this section 69A is not intended to hurt the middle class person. Generally, it will be used in dealing with cases of person who pay wealth tax, who probably have declared rupees 25,000 as jewels, and we could ask them, how did you get more jewels? I can promise that the department shall not go and hurt any lower middle class man at all in this way, because we will get what is our due in other ways. They are not paying taxes at all. We will give them notice. We shall bring them on tax roll, but big SSCs are contemplated in this provision, cannot be allowed to escape. Now, my lord, there is a consenting judgment of the Honorable Justice Rishikesh Roy. Before that, my lord, I will read out the principle of the eudem generis and nostiro socis which has been noted down in this particular judgment. Paragraph, page 215, my lord. 215.
Yes, para.
Para 73, my lord. Section 69A provides for unexplained money, bullion, jewelry. It is thereafter followed by the words or other valuable article. Does this mean that the words other valuable article must be read eudem generis? The principle applies when the following conditions are present. The statute contains an enumeration of specific words. The subject of enumeration constitutes a class or category. That class or category not exhausted by the enumeration. The general words follow that enumeration and there is no indication of a different legislative intent. If the subjects of enumeration belong to a broad-based genus as also the narrower genus, there is no principle that the general word should be confined to narrower genus. Then, my lord, paragraph 76 about nostire socis and how it compares with eudem generis. The following statement in GP Singh on statutory interpretation is opposite. It is a rule wider than rule of eudem generis, rather the latter is only an application of the former. Then it says, this court has referred to the principle of eudem generis and nostiro socis, which undoubtedly are rules of construction, the latter being described as having the treacherous underpinnings and the forming requiring the existence of a genus which is not exhausted by the categories categorized in the statute. This court is also referred to the definition of words money, bullion, jewelry and article. The court approves the view taken by the High Court of Gujarat that a document of title to immovable property or fixed deposit would not qualify as other valuable article. Well, this is very important, that document of title to immovable property or a fixed deposit receipt would not qualify as other valuable article. The reason which have been given appear to us to be sound. A document of title or fixed deposit receipt would not be articles which can be bought and sold in a market. An article would not encompass an items of immovable property. This court can safely conclude that an article must be movable property. On one strong indication that the principle of eodem generis may not apply is a decision of this court in so and so, where the articles in sold were watches. Watches by no state of injunction can be brought on the basis of eodem generis. They do not belong to the so-called genus of money or bullion or jewelry. The hallmark of a watch in the context of expression other valuable article would be that it is marketable and it has value. When it comes to value, it is to be noticed that in the definition of the word valuable, it is defined as worth a good piece having a financial or market value. The word valuable has again been defined as an adjective and as a meaning worth great deal of money and so and so. Valuable therefore cannot be understood as anything which has any value. The intention of the lawgiver in introducing section 69A was to get an income which has not been reflected in the books of accounts but found to belong to the SSE. Not only it must belong to the SSE, but it must be other valuable article. This is very important. It must be a valuable article which must be found to in possession of the SSE. Now this money which has been deposited from time to time, again my lord, the money has been paid to someone. Is it a valuable article found in my possession to attract 69A in my case, my lord? Then, my lord, there is this judgment, confirming judgment of Honorable Justice Hrishikesh Roy, my lord. It starts from page 217. My lord, kindly refer to paragraph 11.
Before 11, you read 2.
2. Two principal questions arise in this matter. Firstly, whether the SEC herein can be regarded as an honor for the concerned goods, and secondly, whether bitumen can be covered within the category of other valuable article alongside money, bullion and jewelry as mentioned in 69A of the Income Tax Act 61.
That is the point for consideration formulated.
Yes, madam. And madam, kindly refer to paragraph 11. Additionally, the maxim nostere associes, a word is known by its associates, would also support the above view that the other valuable articles should be items in the nature of silver bars or jewelry or money, that is only the high priced item. It is given that no law could possibly provide for an all exhaustive list of valuable items that may facilitate high income assessee to adjust their income. Only an indicative list of valuable articles can be practically be mentioned in the section. But to include bitumen, the residual offshoot material during processing of crude oil excluding its valuable constituents like petrol, diesel, so and so, within the expression other valuable article in section 69A would in my opinion result in absurdities that we need to eschew. The commonplace items from Kirana store and bitumen are intrinsically dissimilar to high value item in 69A, and through an interpretive exercise we should not categorize them with items such as gold bars and jewelry. Then I will kindly refer to paragraph 9 also. It talks about why 69A was inserted. At this point, it may also be useful to refer to circular number so and so. In this circular, the then Ministry of Finance, while defending the insertion of section 69A, stated that 64 amendment is enacted not to subject lower middle class people to taxation by taxing gold or jewelry inherited from forefathers, but the provision is mandated for big assessees who convert their black money and unaccounted wealth into gold jewelry and gold vessels and claim it to be heirloom. This makes it clear that the legislature never intended that any and every article of value should be brought within the ambit of 69A. It is only the high priced precious items that command a premium price and are often used by high wealth individuals to park their unaccounted income by converting into gold and bullion that 69A was inserted to address and to make such articles taxable under the Income Tax Act. Therefore, the intent of the legislature through the amendment was to subject articles like gold, jewelry, and other valuable items to income tax, where such articles are typically owned with the intention of avoiding income tax. Now, my lord, I am reading the last paragraph from this judgment, paragraph 16. Sorry, paragraph 15 onwards. From the aforesaid discussion, it must be said that for purpose of interpreting section 69A of the Income Tax Act, the ordinary and literal meaning should be opted as the words in the statutes are clear and unambiguous. The provision does not need any addition or subtraction and stands on its own legs. The phrase valuable article would simply mean an item worth a great deal of money. It cannot mean, as is said in the impugned order, to include any article of value. Therefore, in the context of 69A, unexplained valuable article has to be high-priced item which are procured to hide income to avoid tax liability. To adopt a wide interpretation for the phrase valuable article and thereby includes within scope any sundry article of whatever value is found to be unjustified. It also needs to be reiterated that ordinarily fiscal laws including taxation statutes are to be strictly interpreted and tax must not be imposed through analogy, inference or by extension of phrases used by the legislature. For the purpose of section 69 of the Income Tax Act, it is therefore declared that an article shall be considered valuable if the concerned article is a high-priced article commanding a premium price. As a corollary, an ordinary article cannot be bracketed in the same category as the other high-priced item like bullion, gold, jewelry mentioned in 69A by attributing high value to the run-of-mill article only on the strength of its bulk quantity. To put it another way, it is not the ownership of huge volume of some low-cost ordinary article, but the precious gold and the like that would attract the implication of the deemed income under section 69A. My lord, this is very clear, my lord, that the money lying in bank account by no stretch of imagination can be said to be valuable article. Furthermore, I was not found to be in possession of any money lying even in my bank account.
So let us go back to page 316. 316. How was it imported? 69A.
One second. 316, if I read out from prior paragraph, my lord, there is no explanation as to why they have invoked section 69A.
Where does it start, the 69 part?
Yes, my lord.
Mentioning of 69 starts from which paragraph?
Paragraph 3, my lord, on page 316. This is the only place, my lord.
Just read that again.
Therefore, the addition of rupees 29 crore 85 lakh 052 is being made under section 69 capital A of the Income Tax Act 61, and the tax on income shall be computed as per provision of section 115 BE of the Act 61. It is a fit case for initiating penalty proceeding under section 271 AC, as the income of the SAC includes income under 69 capital A of the Act. Therefore, penalty proceeding under so and so is being initiated separately.
Okay, this 29.
This 29 crore are the money which has been deposited from time to time in my bank statement, bank account. They have derived it from my own bank statement. I have given them my bank statement.
These are the cash deposits in your account.
No,
isn't it?
not only cash deposits. My lord, it also includes cash the money coming into my account from bank transfer, my lord. My lord, that is explained, my lord, in my CA certificate, page 388, my lord. No, in that it is not there. Sorry, I'll just point out, my lord, they have themselves.
They say you have failed to maintain books of accounts.
That is incorrect, my lord.
You say you have maintained
yes,
books of accounts.
my lord, I have furnished my profit and loss account and balance sheet, my lord. I cannot prepare my profit and loss account balance sheet.
Where is that?
It is not audited, that is correct.
Where is that profit and loss?
My lord, it is, my lord, first of all, my lord, kindly refer to page 311. They have recorded that I have furnished my PN balance sheet. Kindly refer to page 311. copy of the 3 bank account, profit and loss account and balance sheet, and form number 26 AS. They have acknowledged that.
Where is that? Copy of 3 banks.
Copy of the profit and loss account balance sheet is on page 185, 185. And my other submission with respect to burden of proof, and that, my lord, the addition could not have been made on the basis of assumption. They needed to do further investigation. I will refer to, my lord, quickly refer to, my lord, some judgments, my lord. I have already handed over the, my lord, the compilation. But kindly go to page my lord, of the first volume, my lord. Page 5, my lord. Paragraph 7. Page 5, paragraph 7. The question whether or not the Hindu undivided family was doing business in share transfer to it by the firm is undoubtedly a question of fact. But if the court of fact, whose decision on a question of fact is final, arrives at this decision by considering material which is irrelevant to the inquiry, or by considering material which is partly relevant or partly irrelevant, or bases its decision partly on conjectures, surmises and suspicion and partly on evidence, then in such a situation clearly an issue of law arises. It is apparent from the following quotation from the judgment of the tribunal that not only was its approach to the questions raised or it tainted with suspicion, but it took into consideration a number of circumstances based purely on conjectures and surmises, and for which there was not a scintilla of evidence on record. Which is my case also. They have not brought on record any evidence that I have not conducted my business in the, my lord, the state of Mizoram. Then, my lord, kindly refer to page 12, my lord.
Page 11.
Page 12. But the judgment starts from page 7. Judgment starts from page 7. But kindly refer to page 12. Now, just read out the one sentence, my lord. Just above paragraph 10, the last paragraph, there is this sentence: the circumstances relied upon by Mr. Sastry do raise suspicion, but suspicion cannot take the place of evidence. Then, my lord, kindly go to page 13, my lord, which is another Supreme Court judgment. Kindly go to page 25. Page 25, paragraph 27. It is therefore clear that the tribunal, in arriving at the conclusion it did in the present case, indulge in suspicions, conjectures and surmises, and acted without any evidence or upon a view of the facts which could not reasonably be entertained, or the facts found were such that no person acting judicially and properly instructed as to relevant law could have found, or the finding was in other words perverse, and this court is entitled to interfere. We are therefore of the opinion that High Court was clearly in error in answering the referred question in the affirmative. The proper answer should have been the negative, having regard to all the circumstances of the case which we have adverted to above. Now, my lord, kindly refer to page 27, my lord. But this is another Supreme Court judgment. Kindly refer to paragraph, page 33. Paragraph 15, my lord.
Yes.
In our view, the conclusion reached by the High Court is fully in accord with the decisions of this court, and the same is justified in law. The burden of proof is on the taxing authorities to show that the particular case or item in question is taxable in the manner claimed by them. Mere assertion in that regard is of no avail. It has been held by the this court that there should be material to enter appropriate finding in that regard, and that the material may either be oral or documentary. It is for the taxing authority to lay evidence in that behalf even before the first adjudicating authority. So all the time saying is that they must lay some evidence to reach a conclusion that I am taxable in a manner which they are claiming to be that I am taxable. Then, my lord, kindly refer to the, my lord, the judgments with respect to burden of proof, my lord. Kindly refer to page 60.
Punjab and Haryana.
This is a Punjab and Haryana High Court judgment, my lord. Kindly go to page 79, my lord. Page 79. Before answering the questions posed, it would be appropriate to record that suspicion and doubt may be the starting point of investigation, but cannot, at the final stage of assessment, take the place of relevant facts, particularly where a deeming provision is sought to be invoked. Here the deeming provision has been invoked. The principle that governs a deeming provision is that the initial onus lies upon the revenue to raise a prima facie doubt on the basis of credible material. So it must be on the basis of some credible material. The onus thereafter shifts to the assessee to prove that the gift is genuine, and the assessee is unable to offer a credible explanation. The assessing officer may legitimately raise an inference against the assessee. If, however, the assessee furnishes all relevant facts within his knowledge and offers a credible explanation, the onus reverts to the revenue to prove that these facts were not correct. The revenue cannot draw an inference based upon suspicion or doubt or perception of culpability or on the quantum of the amount involved. Here they have reached the conclusion only on the basis of that high value deposit has been made. Any ambiguity or any ifs and buts in the material collected by the assessing officer must necessarily be read in favor of the assessee, particularly when the question is one of taxation under a deeming provision. Thus, neither suspicion, doubt, nor the quantum shall determine the exercise of the jurisdiction by the assessing officer. The above exposition shall not be construed to restrict the power of the revenue to raise an inference as to the efficacy of the material produced or by before the officer. Now, my lord, kindly go to page 83, my lord. The same judgment, my lord. My lord, the second paragraph.
Yes.
A question may, however, legitimately arise that such a large amount could not have been given as a gift on the marriage of the assessee's daughter, but this question is speculative and cannot form the basis for raising an inference against an assessee. The assessing officer was apparently overawed by the amount of gift and therefore proceeded to base his opinion on this perception that no one would give such a large amount. A deeming provision requires the assessing officer to correct relevant facts and then confront the assessee, who is thereafter required to explain incriminating facts, and in case he fails to proffer a credible offer of information, the assessing officer may validly raise an inference of deemed income under section 69A of the Act. As already held, if the assessee offers proper an explanation and discloses all relevant facts within his knowledge, the onus reverts to the revenue to adduce evidence, and only thereafter may an inference be raised based upon relevant facts by invoking deeming provision of 69A of the Act. It is true that the inferences and presumptions are integral to an adjudication process, but cannot themselves be raised to the stature of substantial evidence or evidence sufficient to raise an inference. A deeming provision thus enables the revenue to raise an inference against an assessee on the basis of tangible material and not on mere suspicion, conjectures, or perception. It would also be necessary to reiterate that it is not the perception but concrete facts that underline quasi-judicial determination, and where concrete facts are not available, relevant facts as would raise a credible inference of culpability requiring an assessee to rebut the inference so raised. More often than not, revenue authorities, for want of relevant material, institute inquisitions as opposed to inquiries, and by addressing questions that the more inculpatory in nature seeks to build their case from answer offered by the assessee. The finding of the fact recorded by the CITA and the tribunal regarding the gift are plausible, though debatable, do not call for inference. The first question of law is thus answered against the revenue as regards the date gift made by so and so. Then, my lord, kindly refer to the judgment.
Mr. Counsel.
Yes, my lord.
Just take a break for a while.
Yes.
Come back.
I'll
Yes.
just conclude in 10-15 minutes.
See,
My
we can't
another-
finish, just a minute. This court will be rising at 1 today.
Yes, my lord. I'll just
So
conclude
I have
in
to
10
hear the other side also.
So 10 minutes I will sharp, I will just 2 or 3
And,
judgments I need to show. my lord.
You conclude, okay, but I think we'll have to ask, we have to hear Mr. Chetty in some other day.
Lordship, Lordship.
All right?
No
Do
problem.
you conclude, another 5-10 minutes, you're concluding, all right?
Yes, yes. So, my lord, another judgment is, my lord, it is on the test of human probabilities. Well, my humble submission is that one has to look into the human probability whether, on the basis of the records which I have already furnished, my lord, whether it was humanly probable that my income has accrued or arose outside the state of Mizoram, considering that I have a place of business registered under the GST, my lord, the goods are being delivered in the, my lord, the state of Mizoram where she is working, and the cash is also deposited in the branch which is located in her place of residence and the place of business. So considering all these facts, my lord, together, whether it is humanly probable that she would have earned this huge amount of cash outside the state of Mizoram, brought it from there to deposit it here. But that is, my lord, my humble submission is that it is humanly not possible. She will not, my lord, any, my lord, reasonable person will not transport the case from outside. They will prefer, suppose I am earning it outside, I will deposit it then and there. Why should I bring 30 lakhs, 35 lakh, such huge amount of case on a daily basis from outside the place to here? My lord, on that, my lord, there is this judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court starting from page 92. But kindly, page 92 is the judgment starts. Kindly go to page 95, paragraph 6.
Yes.
There is no dispute that the amounts were received by the appellant from various race clubs on the basis of winning tickets presented by her. What is disputed is that they were really the winnings of the appellants from the races. This raises a question whether the apparent can be considered as real. As laid down by this code, apparent must be considered real unless it is shown that there are reasons to believe that the apparent is not the real, and the taxing authorities are entitled to look into the surrounding circumstances to find out the reality, and the matter has to be considered by applying the test of human probabilities. So all that I'm saying is that the test of human probabilities has to be considered in this, the facts of this particular case, my lord. Then, my lord, kindly go to my lord, the volume 2. My lord, there are other judgments from this volume. I will come back again, my lord, to this volume. Volume 2, my lord. Page 272. Page 72 is this judgment of Honorable Madras High Court. But kindly go to page 276. Paragraph 13, man.
Yes.
A careful perusal of the above provision of law would undoubtedly show that it empowers the principal commissioner or the commissioner to exercise the revisional jurisdiction over any order other than the order to which section 263 applies, and that such power is wider and conferred on such authority to set right things wherever he finds that an injustice has been done to the SSE. No doubt before passing any order under 264 of the IT Act, it is open to the said authority to make such inquiry or cause such inquiry to be made. However, such order should not be prejudicial to the SSE. So what inquiry was made by the Honorable Commissioner, my lord, before passing under order under 264? He just, my lord, referred to the assessment order and passed the judgment, my lord, without doing any inquiry, anything, nothing, my lord. Then, my lord, kindly go to page 188, my lord. Page 188. Sorry, no, 188 I have already shown. Page 153, my lord, 153. (153) is the Supreme Court judgment which talks about of the human approach, my lord, human approach which an assessment officer should adopt while passing the assessment order, my lord. Kindly refer to page 187, my lord. This is a case of, my lord, the transfer petition from one jurisdiction to another. My lord, page 187, paragraph 55. My lord. It may be noted that in the last mentioned 4 petitions, which petition number so and so, the Central Board of Revenue or the Commissioner of Income Tax, as the case may be, instructed the income tax officer concerned to minimize the inconvenience caused to the assessee and even proceed to their respective residences or place of business in order to examine the accounts and evidence. This is very important, my lord. That, my lord, the income tax officer, to minimize inconvenience to the assessee, can always travel to their respective residence or place of business to collect the evidence and examine the accounts. In spite of the denials of the assessee in the affidavits which they filed in rejoinder, we presume that such facilities will continue to be afforded to them in the future, and the inconvenience and the harassment which would otherwise be caused to them will be avoided. A humane and considerate administration of the relevant provision of the Income Tax Act would go a long way in allaying the apprehension of the assessees. And if that is done in the true spirit, no assessee will be in a position to charge the revenue with administering the provisions of the Act with an evil eye and unequal head. So, my lord, my submission is that, my lord, considering that she is a lady, and the, my lord, 264, my lord, the revision was done in Shillong, so it would have been most appropriate, reading that, my lord, Madras High Court judgment and this judgment together, my lord, that the commissioner should have assigned somebody to come to my place, inspect the reality at least, whether I am maintaining books of accounts, whether I am having the place of business, whether I am doing what I am claiming to do, that I am running a departmental store. Some semblance of inquiry should have been done. Then, my lord, another, my lord, two-fold submission, my lord, which I will just quickly conclude, is with respect to, my lord, that I was not required to be audited as they are claiming under 45AB, my lord. Kindly refer to volume 1, my lord, page 149. (149), my lord. This is a Punjab and Haryana High Court judgment. But kindly refer to page 151, paragraph 11, my lord. Paragraph 11.
Yes.
Chapter 4 of the Act provides for computation of total income. Section 44AB of the Act is one of the sections enacted under the Chapter 4D dealing with computation of profits and gains of business or profession. Section 44AB of the Act becomes operative when there is a computation of profits and gains of business or profession as part of total income. In other words, it has no applicability where the assessee is not involved in or has no income from profits or gains from business and profession. In the present case, it was not disputed that the income of the assessee was exempted under section 10(20) of the Act, which falls in chapter 3 of the Act. There was no income of the assessee which would fall under the heading profit and gains of business or profession. Once that was so, it could not be said that the provision of section 44AB was applicable, and a sequel thereto, penalty under so and so, was not leviable. The tribunal has rightly decided the issue in favor of the assessee. Here, my lord, the point of distinction here is that I am exempt under section 10.
What is 1020?
Huh?
What is 1020?
1020, my lord, just see. Section 1020 is income of a local authority which is chargeable under the head income from house property, capital gains, or income from other sources, or from a trade or business carried on by it which accrues or arises from the supply of a commodity or service, not being water or electricity within its own jurisdiction area, or from the supply of water or electricity within or outside its jurisdictional area. So here it is a local authority, and here I am an individual who is doing the business.
You are making a comparison with 1026.
Yes, madam. I am saying that since it is exempted, so audit under 44AB is not required. That is my submission, madam. That is, my lord, my submission with respect to this particular judgment.
All right.
Now, my lord, I have submitted that I was assessed for similar, my lord, volume of deposit in 2021. So, my lord, my submission is that the principle of res judicata will apply as the facts are similar. Continuously, each and every year, I am, my lord, depositing. I have shown, my lord, 3 years the amount of cash which I have deposited, my lord. So, just, my lord, 2 judgments. Page 98, my lord.
Same compilation?
Page 98, volume 1 itself, my lord.
1.
Yes, page 98. Page 98 is the judgment starts. Relevant page is page 118.
Yes.
Paragraph 20, my lord. The decisions cited above have uniformly held that the res judicata does not apply in matters pertaining to tax for different assessment year, because res judicata applies to debar courts from entertaining issues on the same cause of action wherever the cause of action for each assessment year is distinct. The court will generally adopt an earlier pronouncement of law or a conclusion of fact unless there is a new ground. Facts and law in a subsequent assessment year are the same. The no authority, whether quasi-judicial or judicial, can generally be permitted to take a different view. This mandate is subject to only to the usual gateways of distinguishing the earlier decision on where the earlier decision is per inferium. However, these are factors only on a coordinate bench which, failing the possibility of availing either of these gateway, may yet differ with the view expressed and refer the matter to a bench of superior restraint, and in some cases to bench of a superior jurisdiction. On same, my lord, the principle is another judgment, my lord, page 146. Page 146 is, my lord, this is a Allahabad High Court judgment, paragraph 5. One may of course keep in mind that in taxation matters, the principle of res judicata do not apply squarely for one assessment year to another. However, keeping in mind the doctrine of finality, unless there is a marked change from one assessment to another, the department cannot be allowed to take a different stand. But then they refer to Supreme Court judgment. My last submission, my lord, is that in any event, my lord, but this is my last submission, my lord.
Yes.
That in any event, my lord, in the Income Tax Act, what they can tax is the profits, my lord, not the entire gross receipt, and which is what they have done admittably by virtue of the assessment order, my lord. I'll just refer to one judgment, my lord, on that, my lord. Kindly refer to paragraph 15, my lord.
Yes.
Paragraph 15, my lord.
Yes.
We
15.
do not find any merit in the above contentions advanced on behalf of the department. It is important to note that the tax under the Act is upon income, profits and gains. It is not a tax on gross receipts. Under section 224 of the Act, the word income includes profit and gains. The charge is not on the gross receipts, but on the profit and gains. The charge is not on the gross receipts, but profit on gains, properly so called. The gross receipts or sale proceeds, however, include profits. So that is my submission, my lord. That they have, my lord, treated my entire gross receipts as my income, my lord. That gross receipt might have, my lord, I have not analyzed the entire, my lord, the receipts. That might have some, my lord, the loan also coming to me from somebody else, my lord. How can it be presumed that entire, my lord, the receipt, which includes also, my lord, the out of 29 crore, 6 crore rupees is, my lord, the money deposited which is transferred by bank. 23 crore is the cash deposit. So with this, my lord, I conclude my arguments, my lord.
You are Mr.
I am Vinay Saraf.
Okay.
But shall I, my lord, hand over, my lord, a written submission on the next date?
Yes, I think you should submit your written arguments.
Yes, my lord.
And there's one matter wherein Mr. Chetia appears. I think we fixed it on 23rd.
Lordship.
We'll have this matter on 23rd as a part heart matter. You have done your arguments, and if you would like, you'll be.
I
welcome
will also endeavor a written
to-
submission.
You can give a reply if you want to, but whatever you have argued today, you give me in writing, the written arguments.
Yes,
okay?
my lord, I will do that.
The
But 23rd,
compilation.
my lord, request your lordship to allow me to permit virtually, my lord.
Sure. You can reply virtually. But submit your thing. your
Yeah,
argument.
that my junior
Before
will
that
be-
date, before that date.
Before that day, in advance.
Yes, in
Yes,
advance.
I will do that.
Lordship, I pray, my lord.
Mr. Chetia also can do that if you want, that will help.
Lordship, I will
Alright.
also prepare my lord written submission. My lord, I'll
Alright.
submit.
Okay. Please write down. I heard Mr. V.K. Sharaf, learned counsel for the petitioner, and also Mr. S. Chetia, learned counsel for respondent numbers 2 to 5. Ms. Zaidam Sangpui, learned CGC, appears for respondent number 1. Will you be contesting or not, or should I record something? Okay, and submits that no relief has been claimed against the respondent number 1, and therefore respondent number 1 will not be filing their counter affidavit. Similarly, Ms. Caroline K. Lungoipui, learned government advocate, appearing for respondent number 6, submits that the state respondents are also basically a pro forma respondent. Next para. Mr. V.K. Sharaf, learned counsel for the petitioner, has made his submissions. Whereas Mr. S. Chetia is learned standing counsel income tax, is yet to make his submission. Accordingly, as agreed to by the parties, list the matter on 23rd of March 2026 as part heard.
And written submission to be filed.
Learned counsels for the parties to submit their written submissions before the next date.
Yes, grateful.
I am obliged.
All right.
Grateful, my lord.
All right. Itu Samson mo, yung file para kan clone la, yung may dalaw kan. File clone kan kan, CM la, make a separate file, and you attach it with this.
Item numbers 1 and 2.
Please, Your Lordship.
Yes.
My lord, this matter pertains to acquisition of land occupied by the Assam Rifles in Lunglei. My lord, the last orders, the government was directed to file an affidavit showing the estimated timeline within which the acquisition proceedings will be completed. Because, my lord, we have seen in the other petitions that after passing the order, my lord, it takes a lot of time, my lord, for the acquisition to actually transpire. So that was the reason behind passing the orders. If my lord has a look at the previous orders, my lord, the order dated 12/12, my lord. Sorry.
12/12.
Sorry. Yes, my lord, 10/11/2025. My lord, may come to the third last paragraph, my lord.
Yes.
On a pointed query by this court, it has been submitted by the learned counsel for the respondents that the department may work out a time frame, at least for the land which is an issue in this writ petition. Accordingly, this is matter and so, by which date the learned additional advocate general shall place before this court the time frame, if any, which could have been calculated by the respondent authorities, at least with the land in issue in this writ petition. Observe that proposal for acquisition of additional land would not hamper the timeline to be carved out by the respondents insofar as this writ petition is concerned. Well, an affidavit has been filed. I have seen the copy today, my lord. In the affidavit,
It has been filed?
it has been filed. Someone received it on my behalf, but my lord, anyway, my lord, they have given a
So
timeline.
you would like to go through the same?
My lord, they have given the timeline, that is submission of approved award by the deputy commissioner. If my lord comes to the affidavit filed by respondents number 5 to 7.
Is it page 3?
Page
That-
3.
that
Page
chart.
3. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Submission of approved award by the Deputy Commissioner, District Collector Lungle to the Assam Rifles. There's 3/3/2026. But I'm not sure, my lord. I have no instructions as to whether this has been done. Your timeline.
My lord, with regard to that, we are still stuck in serial number 4, approval of draft award by Land Revenue and Settlement Department. Because, my lord, because of the budget sessions, otherwise everything is going smoothly. Because of the sessions, we are still stuck on this stage.
Session is over now.
Yes, my lord. Things will be going smoothly after the sessions.
Then approval has to be given by on the draft award.
Yes, my
Yes,
lord.
my lord.
Is
And
the draft award on record or not yet?
No,
not
no,
on
my lord.
record.
It's not on record. And thereafter, my lord, the award has to be passed, my lord. So, as otherwise, my lord, we again have to come by way for a contempt petition, and there are limitations in contempt, my lord. Therefore, if this petition is kept pending,
Yes, we wait for some time.
Yes, my lord. If some,
How much time should you require to give
my lord,
the process?
my lord, 2-3 weeks.
All right. Mr. P.D. Nair, Learned Counsel, appears for the petitioners and has drawn the attention of this court to the timeline provided by the state government through their affidavit dated 10/3/2026, filed by the Under Secretary to the Government of Mizoram, Land Revenue and Settlement Department. Stop referring to the chart providing the said affidavit. The Learned Counsel submits that approval of the draft award by the state government in the Revenue Department was required to be given on 28/2/2026. But the petitioners have no information as to what has transpired. Stop. Ms. Linda Alfambo, Learned Additional Advocate General, submits that in view of the assembly session, which had lasted for over 3 weeks, is it? 2 weeks.
3 weeks, was now 3 weeks, my lord.
For about 3 weeks, the process for giving approval to the draft award has been delayed. She, however, submits that if she is given further 3 weeks' time,
3 weeks.
she will come back with concrete instructions. Considering the above submission, let the matter be listed on.
well, if it could be sometime in the middle of May, by that time, if some other developments take place, if they publish the award, that might help.
When
my
it be
lord.
convenient for you?
Well, could it be on 15th of May, my lord?
Let the matter be listed on 15th of May, 2026. Learned Additional AG to inform the court about the status by that date. Then instead of 3 weeks, you write at least 4 weeks, huh?
My. They will take their time to prepare the the
Correct,
draft
correct.
as well.
Ms. Zaram Sampui, anything to say from your side? Okay. You write Ms. Zaram Sampui, Learned CGC appears for the Respondent Union of India.
Deeply.
Obliged.
Item 3.
Lordship, in this case,
1 minute,
government-
1 minute. This item 2, same order will go? Same. Will be a common order?
The same language.
All right. Yes.
Lordship, in this case, the government advocate is directed to produce the records. However, she filed additional affidavit wherein she enclosed the same thing which she filed earlier, the documents, the same thing, nothing new.
Where is the additional affidavit?
Without the permission, she filed additional,
Oh, this one,
maybe.
filed on 11 March.
Yes, yeah, filed. Nothing new. The document which she enclosed is the same as the earlier affidavit filed by them.
Yes, this page number 7 onwards, there's a table. Name of petitioner is there.
Yes, Your Lordship.
How many of them? In all, 5 petitioners.
5 petitioners, Your Lordship.
There are 5 petitions in all,
Yes,
in this writ petition.
yes. So in this case, in the earlier, this Honorable Court directed to produce the verification report. However, the particular report is not produced, and report on Serkan Baga is the whole thing only they have enclosed. They reduce the area, everything that is not there at all. Our allegation is that without proper verification, they just reduce our area of the land.
Now, if you come to page 7, it says that reason for revision. Crop count reduced on ground verification.
Yes,
Original assessment included crops and areas not actually damaged. Revised count based on physical
Your
inspection.
Lordship, the statement is made, but there's no,
All right,
no
we'll come
documents
to
at
that.
all.
So, what is the basis of this statement here? Page 7.
Your Lordship, that is the notings which were given to, which were made in the verification
From the
apportionment. Yes, Your Lordship, from the apportionment sheet. There were notings which were made. So based on those notings, the reasons have been listed down for on page number 7, Your Lordship.
Notings only.
Yes, Your Lordship.
No,
this
no,
is-
where is the verification report?
Your Lordship, we were unable to.
That's why we wanted you to get the original records, not file an affidavit like that. It's good, you filed an affidavit also, good, but the thing is that we need to have the records. Because you cannot file affidavit without basing on the records. They are they have to be, like connected to each other.
Yes, Your Lordship.
You get your Parawise comments on the basis of records.
Yes, Your Lordship.
So normally, Parawise comments is good enough, you support it and extras are there. But sometimes court may say that get the records.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Then you have to get the records on which basis the comments have been prepared.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Because they cannot go separate. Parawise, when comments different, record says different thing, that cannot be. So in the present case, we wanted to see the records. So that is what you have to produce.
Your Lordship, this is the only records which are available at this juncture. However, Your Lordship, if I may add, the question of law also still remains.
There is no question of law.
Report on Sherkhan Bhaga Road re-verification. Where is the file? There must be a process exercised by you pursuant to the permission given by this court in WPC numbers 167 of 2017. Correct?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Some exercise was done.
Yes, Your Lordship.
So we would like to see that exercise. Where is it?
Our allegation here in petition is that, Your Lordship, without proper measuring, they just come and mark in the list, it's genuine. There is no measurement at all. That is our allegation. That's why they cannot produce the actual verification.
Your Lordship, that also becomes a question of law which can also be entertained in the district
It's
court.
not question of law, since this court require verification report.
And also, Your Lordship, if there was any grievance, the petitioners could have approached the competent authority under section
That is
18.
besides the point, Ms. Lalnunlu. You just tell me, answer the question. Where is the record? How have you filed this affidavit? On what basis?
Your Lordship, the only records which are available is the ones that I have attached to you.
Should we order an investigation? Where have you kept the records? You get your instructions, we'll listen again tomorrow.
Yes, Your Lordship.
If you must tell us where the records are. We have already passed an order, you see, you cannot just file an affidavit and say that this is all that we have. Then your entire award goes, modified award, so-called. He's right, the state respondents were required to produce the original reports. Pertaining to the re-verification of land acquired in respect of Sherkhan to Baga Road. Road construction. And for which a verification report dated 18/5/2018 had been prepared. So on 19/2/2026, when the matter was listed, learned government advocate submitted that the records are lying with the establishment of the Deputy Commissioner, Kolasseep District, according to the Public Works Department, and the same have been asked to be, and the same are being requisitioned. Now, however, instead of producing the original records, the state respondents have filed an additional affidavit incorporating a photocopy of the report of the re-verification. So what was required to be produced was the original records and not to file an affidavit in the manner it has been done. Ms. Lalun Rui, learned government advocate, submits that she may be given a day's time to obtain instructions in this regard. Wednesday, list again on Wednesday.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Item 4.
It please, Your Lordship.
Yes.
In this matter, there was, we had complained about non-acquisition of land for the Pukui Indian Air Force, my lord. Pursuant to directions of this honorable court, my lord, and preliminary notification for acquisition was published, my lord. This was in the year 2023, my lord. At the page 59 to 60, my lord. On 11th of September 2023 was the preliminary notification. My lord, then an estimate was made of the amount of compensation to be awarded. The estimated amount came to rupees 394.50 per square feet. This was sent, my lord, by the letter dated 13/8/2021, page 56 and 57, my lord. Thereafter, my lord, the draft award has been prepared, wherein the market value of the land has been shown much below at rupees 236 per square feet. That is why we are before lordships. We had sought for some instructions as to whether the award has been passed or not. But as yet, my instructions are that the award has not been passed, though the approval has been given. My lord, here, while arriving at the award,
Award has been passed at what rate?
at rupees 236, though the
236.
estimate was 394.5. My lord, the preliminary notification's date is important, my lord. The preliminary notification is of 2023. So as per 26, my lord, if my lord takes up the act, the 2013 act. Section 26, explanation 1, my lord.
Yes.
Explanation 1 says the average sale price referred to in clause B shall be determined taking into account the sale deeds or agreements to sell registered for similar type of area in the near village or near vicinity area during the immediately preceding 3 years.
Mr. Nair, just a minute.
Madam.
This is regarding determination of market value.
Minor.
And perhaps you are referring to this, saying that sale deeds will not. Now, one thing which has happened now is that this 394.50
My lord.
has been determined at which stage?
My lord, prior to the award, draft award, at the stage of estimation.
At what stage and under what provision?
My lord, after the, my lord, this urgency clause was invoked in the preliminary notification. So therefore, my urgency clause was invoked. So the deputy commissioner or the collector has to send an estimate of the amount. So that estimate was sent, if my lord comes to page 56.
Estimate was sent on this basis?
Yes, my lord.
But when the award was prepared, was the other rate?
It was later. Award was later.
Now, don't you have any remedy after once the award is passed?
My lord, the LARR authority, my instructions I had asked today as well, my lord, that has not been constituted. And we can challenge the award, my lord, if the award is not there.
Correct. If the award is not there, then what do you challenge?
My lord,
Award has to be there.
award has to be there. Without the award, we cannot.
Like the old act, you have section 18.
My lord,
Here it will be section
my lord, 50 or 64. My lord.
64.
64.
The reference.
Yes, my lord.
64 should be 18. 64, my lord.
So let us find out what has happened to the
My-
award.
My lord.
Yes, Ms. Lalnunhui, tell us.
Your Lordship, this case is handled by learned AG, Mr. Samuel Vanlasheta, and he's on leave, and I'm only on his proxy, Your Lordship, today.
He's on leave.
Yes, Your Lordship, he'll be arriving by tomorrow. So
You're
it
here
is-
tomorrow?
I'll
No.
be here. Yes, my lord.
He's arriving tomorrow. Is he coming to court tomorrow?
Day after tomorrow, Your Lordship, on Wednesday. So this matter may be listed on the Wednesday, Your Lordship.
Or you get instructions from him?
Yes, Your Lordship.
What has
Yes, Your
happened to
Lordship.
the award?
Yes, Your Lordship. I may be given time till tomorrow, Your Lordship, and I'll get instructions.
My lord.
Mr. Nair, let's
My-
find out.
My lord, my lord. And the LARR authority as well, if they have constituted the LARR authority.
Under?
Under section 50, my lord. You want to see it? 50? 51, my lord.
Emergency clause comes under
Section 40,
40.
40.
Then what was the basis of giving that earlier rate?
Earlier it was, they had to prepare the estimate for the section 40, for the urgency clause, my lord.
Estimate.
Estimate.
Please write down.
My contention, if I may, my contention was, my lord, in the draft award, they had taken the years 2021 to 2023. Because section 26, explanation 1 says the 3 years immediately preceding the year on which the proposal for acquisition is made. So proposal for acquisition was made in the year 2023 by issuing the preliminary notification. So it has to be 2020, 21 and 22. The sale deeds which have to be examined. But the Deputy Commissioner has examined the sale deeds from 21 to 23, 2021, 22 and 2023. Thereby, the market value has come down. The average sale price has come down. If the average sale price of the years 2020, 21 and 22 are taken, the figure of 394, even much more than 394 would come. So he did
But
not...
as the, like if you go back in time,
My lord.
the value goes down, isn't it?
Actually,
It doesn't go up.
It does not go up. But in this case, it went down, my lord.
No, the price of land actually goes up.
Yes, my lord. In fact,
Every
that,
year.
In fact, that is my specific averment in the writ petition. I've made that statement that the value of land cannot go down. In the estimate, the DC says it's 394, but in the award, it comes to 200.
No, but your argument is that the estimate should be for, I mean,
Yes,
the
yes.
what do you call the
The
sale deed
years.
should have been of the year 2020
Yes.
to 2023.
Yes, my lord.
I'm sorry, 2022.
2020
20, 21,
and
22.
22, my lord.
Instead, 21, 22, 23 was taken into
Was
account.
taken. If they are taken, I have given the tables, my lord, showing the sale prices in the different sale deeds of these 4 years.
Are you saying that land became cheaper in 2023?
Actually, it's if the average is taken, my lord, that is what seems to have happened.
Anyway, we'll not go into all that at this stage.
My lord. Only thing
But
is,
please write down that Mr. P.D. Nair, Learned Counsel for the petitioners, who submits that the land of the petitioners have been acquired for the purpose of setting up of Air Force Wireless Experimental Unit at Pukpui, Lunglei District, Lunglei. Stop. He submits that in view of the invocation of the emergency clause under section 40 of the right to fair compensation and transparency in land acquisition, rehabilitation and resettlement act 2013, bracket Act of 2013. The district collector had prepared an estimate wherein the value of the land was taken as 394.50 per square feet. Stop. However, when the draft award came to be prepared, the value of land was determined at the rate of rupees 236 per square feet instead. Stop. Learned Counsel submits that as per the relevant provisions of the Act of 2013, the sale deeds of preceding 3 years from the date of acquisition is required to be considered, namely the sale deeds of 2021, 2022, 2020, 2021 and 2022. Stop. Instead, what was considered was of the year 2021, 2022 and 2023, which admittedly has resulted in the change of the valuation. Stop. Be that as it may, the status of the draft award is not known as on today, and therefore the learned Additional Advocate General, Mr. Samuel Vangashi Atachangte, who is handling the matter, is required to inform the court about the status of the award. Stop. It is submitted by his colleagues that he is out of station and will be available and would be returning tomorrow to station. Stop. Under this circumstance, Ms. Lal Nun Lui, Learned Government Advocate, shall obtain required information from the Learned Additional AG and inform the court about the status of the draft award tomorrow. That is the date, 17/3/2026. List accordingly.
Also, whether the LARR authority is possible.
Okay, one more line. The Learned Government Advocate also shall inform the court as to whether the LARR authority has been constituted, appointed, as stipulated under Section 51 of the Act of 2013. Who is to constitute this thing?
The state government.
Under Section 51 of the Act of 2013 by the state government. All right.
Towards the beginning, Lordship had said about the year of acquisition. The 3 years, my lord, it should be the proposal for acquisition. Not the
Proposal.
year, proposal for acquisition.
Oh, 3 years of acquisition. I said that. As per the relevant provisions of the LA Act. Oh, just read. From the date of proposal of
Proposal
acquisition.
for acquisition.
Proposal for acquisition.
Deep year.
Item 6.
If the court is to rise at 1, if I may seek adjournment.
This matter was called up in the morning. Where
Yes,
were
Your
you?
Lordship. I was on my way, Your Lordship.
My lord,
What to do?
as per the court list, this court is about to rise up.
Yes,
so the matter
yes.
may be taken up either on Wednesday or Thursday, my lord.
Lordship, if I may, if the matter may be taken up after 2 weeks, Your Lordship, because of the record, Lordship, we are expecting, and my availability is very uncertain. So,
What is the matter otherwise?
condonation of delay, Your Lordship.
Delay condonation.
Yes, Your Lordship, of 102 days.
Appeal is what, RFA?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Yes, Mr. Lianshu, what?
Well, if he's praying for time to
Beginning
prepare
of
himself, then
April, sometime beginning of April, Your Lordship.
let the matter be listed after 2 weeks also.
Okay. Mr. Jonathan, isn't it?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Now the Kluang Learned Council for the applicant submits that they are in the family way and therefore seeks accommodation for 2 weeks. Mr. L.H. Janshima, Learned Senior Counsel, appearing for the opposite party, fairly submits that in view of such reason, he has no objection to the prayer. Next para, in view of above, list the matter. We have a date or what?
Anytime first or second week of April.
List the matter again in the second week of April on a date to fixed by the registry.
Much obliged.
May it please your Lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, item number 9, with all due respect, Your Lordship, in item number 9, I had prayed for that a status quo order may be continued till the disposal of the IA, that is 165 number 2025. Your Lordship, if Your Lordship kindly indicate that it will be.
There's an interim order.
Interim order was passed on 15/9/2025 status quo, and thereafter the case was listed on 14th of November, but it was not continued. So today, Your Lordship, the opposite counsel has also stated he doesn't have any objection if the interim status quo order is maintained, which was passed on 15th November.
So you want status quo order to be there till the next date?
Till the next day, or till disposal of this IA, 165 of 2025.
No, it will be till the next date. You renew your prayer, if so required. With
Okay,
item
Your
9.
Lordship.
Okay, item 9, just find out. Somebody might have typed it. So if that status quo is not there, we have to add that.
Hearing
Deeply
list,
obliged, Your Lordship.
item 1.
Oh. Item 1 of hearing list.
Yes, my lord. My lord, both parties are present, and if your lordship is about to rise at 1, if it may be taken afternoon, if the matter may be taken by afternoon, if possible.
Afternoon is not possible today. That is why court is rising at 1.
Yes,
That is
yes,
what is
my
written.
lord.
There's some other matter which the court is
Yes,
dealing in the
yes, I
afternoon, that's why.
understand.
We'll have any other day?
If it's possible, if the matter may be taken this week itself, because my property is under lock and key at the moment, so there's some urgency.
Yes, what do you say?
Yes, Lordship, that the order lock and key is put under status quo, but Lordship, anytime I'm ready for hearing.
Okay. Is it a short matter, a lengthy matter?
Not a lengthy matter, my lord. My main ground is that I was directed to vacate the land of my land just because a spot verification has been made, in which in the trial court the spot verification report was not even exhibited. Trial has not yet even commenced, and also the maker of the spot verification report, the surveyor, was also not examined. And I was also not given opportunity to examine the surveyor. I was the defendant in the eviction suit.
in the eviction suit before the trial court.
What was the case filed in the trial court?
In the trial court, an eviction suit was filed by
Eviction suit.
the respondent.
Okay.
Yes. She is the plaintiff in the eviction suit.
Any witness examined?
No, no, my lord. After I have filed my written statement and at the time of preliminary hearing, the trial court has directed surveyor to conduct a spot verification. And that spot verification report was submitted before the trial court. And then even before examining the surveyor and also before given opportunity to object that spot verification report, I was directed to vacate the land.
Okay, we have it tomorrow then?
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
Obliged, my lord.
Please write. Due to paucity of time, the matter could not be taken up today. As agreed to by the parties, let the matter be listed tomorrow. Give the date, 17th, for hearing. Shall be listed tomorrow in the part 1 list for hearing.